And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio, your host, as always. And we are joined by a very, very familiar face on this podcast, the Huggle Hipster.
Hello.
And is back.
Hello, friends. How art thou?
Our very best friend.
Love
That, like I was saying to you guys before, besties for besties, right?
Yes.
Until we start the D&D campaign and shit might hit the fan.
Listen, someone's gonna start
Shit-
making. Listen,
Shit
there is
doth
going to
hit
be
the
guys.
fan.
There are guys going to make chairs. There are going to
I-
be people who are going to be woodworkers. It's going to be a wholesome campaign.
And you know what? The
Totally
first time I
wholesome.
do a roll, I'm going to accidentally almost kill somebody. So
Critical hit.
we'll talk about it. Joined by Gerard Pereira, the Be Need one.
How are you, all you nerds out there? That's right, Ariel. It has been too long. I'm so happy you're here, and I have been following your reviews, and I caught your reviews on IGN. I am
Yeah.
so excited for all of your success, and it's been so awesome. And you've been doing a great job.
Think you're gonna make me
Welcome
cry,
back.
man.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
of course.
Babyface one, Theowalski.
What is up, y'all? It's about time that we improve the beauty level of this podcast.
I know.
Need to step up more often.
And the maitre d' services, the man with the couch, the man, the myth, the legend, the lion's mane, Jason Baladio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going, everybody? Ariel, welcome back to the couch.
Hello.
I think I had a
Stuart's a
different
new
couch
couch
last
since
time
she
we
was
were
last
on.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of this couch?
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you think of this one?
This is nice. It reminds me of lemons, and I like lemons, so it's perfect.
Right.
Awesome.
Lemons, see?
Okay.
You say there's been budget cuts. We've been calling it the college dorm.
Yeah,
We really
they've been
have.
hating on this couch. I don't know why, guys.
But it's
It's a
grown
good
on
couch.
me. It took some time, but it grew on
Yeah.
me. But yeah, it's
See,
Okay.
it grows on you, man.
Still
It's a little
working on
avant
it. Yes.
garde, a little,
Okay,
Yeah.
so I got to give some context to what I was talking about, right? And doing my first roll. So Dio and I used to play a game called Deadlands
Okay, that roll.
with our buddy.
Just start rolling, dude. Come on now.
So the first time I ever sat down to play with these guys, we had created my character and everything. We knew how we were introducing him to the party and everything. My buddy Grant said, "Go ahead and roll." And he's like, he didn't give me a target number. He just said, "Just roll." So I rolled. And he purposely said I had rolled one number too low. And I almost put in, because my character was an archer. So I almost put an arrow through the head of one of the big characters in the party.
Oh,
Okay.
Ooh.
And immediately everybody turned and fired at me. So I almost died the first
damn.
day playing.
Oh.
I mean, like, if you're an archer, you shouldn't have a misfire like that. Come on now.
It was, he purposely called it. He's like, he just said, "Nope, your target was 19." I was like, I was well above
Hey,
my,
that's a high
my
target
stats.
too.
Yeah, that's high to hit.
Yeah. So,
You just said
Anyways.
fail.
Damn.
so real quick, before we get into the shenanigans that was the last week with Xbox, I got to do something for Collector's Corner really quick.
Oh,
Let's go.
We're starting early. We're just
We're
going
starting
straight
early.
into it. Normally
You know
we're
what?
going right in.
This
That is
actually-
awesome.
This is perfect. My review on the Mass Effect trilogy comes out soon, so this is perfect.
Oh, awesome.
Well, I mean, Ariel, you know two guys that are like diehard Mass Effect fans between me
You're
and
gonna
Tony.
hate me then. You're gonna fucking hate me.
Excuse me. Yeah, me too.
You guys are gonna hate my
Yeah,
review
calm
then.
down. Yeah.
Well, no. So here's the thing: is I'll read it, but like objectively, I can go back as much as I love the series. I can go back and say one was completely slow and does not stand the test of time.
That's fair.
It's
That's
rough.
fair.
Yeah.
I think 2 is like Empire Strikes Back for Mass Effect.
Okay, sorry.
And then I think 3, you can tell where EA acquired BioWare and got their hands involved with it.
I think 3 is the better one, though. 3 is by
Yeah.
far the best one, in my
Mhm.
opinion. 2, it was too much left up to the player. I feel like they gave the player a little too much freedom because you literally did not like you had so much choice that by the end of the game, you could just not complete any of the campaign side quests. You just left up to you.
Ooh, that is
And
true.
whenever it comes down to it, the story in 2 was getting better, but the story in 2 only is peak because of the side quests that you are on with all of the different characters. Other than that, it's a shit show.
That is
You know
true
what?
because
I
you
could
go
actually
more
agree
in
with that.
depth. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
agree
still
with
love
that.
it though.
Yeah. And number
Um,
3, I mean, of course, if you pick Garrus, you're making the right choice. So
See,
there's
yep,
that.
hey, I'm a Garrison
the
Liara.
man. He's number
They're my ride
two.
or dies.
He's the number two.
So
There.
Yeah.
Liara is
I do
always.
have I do have to say though, before we get into this, I have to get out of a tissue because my allergies are going crazy. So give me one
No
second. I'm
problem.
so
Go for
sorry.
Go
We
for
actually
it.
also have another collector's corner. Jason has
Yeah,
something to
I was
show.
I was
I'll
shocked
let
that
you
we're
go,
busting
Jay.
that
Go.
early.
Hey, Jacob.
So hold on, let me go
Ooh.
and grab this. Hold on one second.
It's dope. It's
I have to
awesome.
put you on the spot.
Yeah, no, it's fine, dude. I got the Lego set that I was watching all throughout work, and I was like, oh my God, it's
Oh,
calling
really?
my name. It's calling my name.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Boom.
What? Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
With
This is why we're friends.
removable games.
Oh,
you know, like
you
maybe
put the stickers on?
This is
hell
why
yeah,
we're
put the
friends.
stickers on. Maybe I
Yo.
want that Super Mario. It's okay. Maybe I want the Zelda one. It's okay too, you know.
Yeah.
But Lego, if you can see
Dude,
that
Yeah.
That's
no,
awesome.
straight up
dude, no joke. It's close.
buttons
It's pretty close,
pressable.
as
is
a
pretty
one to
Dude,
close.
one.
somebody
Press
actually.
the
I feel like it's a
buttons.
little skinnier than the original.
It's
Yeah, it's not
not
as
a
bulky.
full one to
It's
one.
not full
It's
to
not
one
a
to
full
one.
one to one.
It's
However,
It's like about
somebody
a
did
0.8.
put a
But
functioning board and screen into
Oh
I
the
saw
yeah,
Lego
that.
set
Yeah,
and turned
that
it
was
into a
funny.
real
That looks
Nice.
awesome.
dude,
That's
it
pretty
is
funny.
so sick. I was so happy.
But
I
dude,
was
they
giddy
even
as
got
a
the
school
click, the click from
kid.
like
Yeah.
turning it on.
Yeah.
You want
All the
me to
little
turn on my
details
Game
are
Boy? You want me
there.
to turn on my Game Boy? Hold on. Yeah, see, little
Gaming
click there.
ASMR.
Little click ASMR. Got you. Hold on. There you
Welcome
go.
back
Little
to
click,
Yep.
click.
Game Crash Night ASMR.
I know.
Um,
ASMR.
I do have
But
actually a
cool.
collector's corner myself for the first
Ooh,
super
time.
excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a twofer for you guys. Number one, BB
Bring it on.
Pod, the wonderful,
That is-
lovely.
From the collector's
Ooh.
edition, the first
Yes.
one. Nice.
Yeah,
don't
and
don't take that around Jerry because he may take it. Just saying.
Actually, a coworker of mine actually gave me the whole case. I have one.
Oh,
Oh,
I just-
really?
It's
just
awesome.
because, Elden Ring, Moonlight Greatsword.
Ooh.
Oh, dope.
Very nice.
Yeah, perfect for tonight.
yes.
Very cool.
And lastly,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong. You go see Yotai.
I got the
yeah.
Ghost of Yotai controller, came in today, and the gold plates come in tomorrow.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
So
I saw
was
that
like,
collector's edition. That is beautiful with the Oni mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing my unboxings in probably tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
No, I will say this. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't do like a steelbook with it.
That was my only gripe, but that I
Like even if
Yeah,
even
I
if it
was
was
wondering.
empty, just like a steelbook, like they've done with some of the other collector's editions that they've done. Like,
Mhm.
even with yeah, because it still came digital.
but at
But,
least
yeah.
this is going to be the perfect segue. But at least they're still giving you more value than Xbox is with Game Pass now.
Very true.
Ooh.
Dang, what a
It's,
segue.
it's sadly true right now.
So let's
Great
let's-
transition.
Diddle-oo, diddle-oo, diddle-oo. Let's give a recap just so we can, because I really do want to get Ariel's opinion on this because of, I mean, she's got Xbox and whatnot, and we have, between two of us, we have friends that and colleagues that are deeply into Xbox as well. So we're kind of immersed in that. But so to recap, for those that haven't seen it, so Xbox decided to raise their prices on their consoles yet again. And Then what is that noise in the
What
background?
is that? I'm hearing that. It sounds like Pac-Man.
Sounds like a game in the background.
Yeah.
It might be me.
Oh,
Ah,
I was like,
I was like,
it's
I was like, am
come
I
on,
hearing
Shay.
things? Anyways, so they raised console prices yet again, and now they're more expensive, even on the speaker box, than a PS5, all digital. They are now making it real easy to decide between a Switch 2 and a Series S because of all the prices. Now they've gone and they're raising prices on Game Pass. Um, so
May, may I just like preface by like
I just want to preface.
I have a cousin that I was with this past weekend. I was out of town, and I was there the moment he got the email.
Oh my
Huh.
god.
Oh no.
Microsoft would like to inform you.
Jeez.
What? $30? $29.99 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, $30. Like
well, yeah,
was-
let's
yeah,
let's talk
it
about
was
that
hilarious.
now. So they are raising prices across the board on all of their plans.
Jeez.
So now the
It's insane.
$9.99 essential plan is going to be 50 games. Now, in all fairness, it used to be 25 games. Now it's 50 games, right? Playable on PC, console, and cloud. You're getting unlimited cloud gaming, in-game benefits, multiplayer, and you can earn up to a $25 credit in the store. That's it.
Wow.
Premium is going to be 200 plus games now. You're going to get new Xbox published games within a year of launch.
Mm.
Call of Duty is not included.
Wait, within a year of launch.
Yes, within a
Yeah.
year of launch.
Okay.
Unlimited cloud
Definitely no
gaming
launch dates.
with shorter wait times. So they're going to throttle everybody over here and earn up to a $50 credit. That's going to be $15 a month now. Now, to what Jerry alluded to, the Ultimate Game Pass is going up 50% up to $29.99 a month. You'll get 400 games. You get day one exclusives, which you still did that with Ultimate and whatnot. You get Ubisoft Plus, Classics, EA Play, unlimited cloud gaming at their best quality with the shortest wait times. In-game benefits, multiplayer up to $100 credit.
I still can't stop thinking about
So-
my
What
cousin's
it
reaction. It
originally?
was hilarious.
What was it originally?
And I swear he even said like, okay, I'm gonna have to rethink this now. Like I think he's even gonna cancel his.
What was it? The original Game Pass you're thinking, Jay?
Well, I mean, like, what was it before
Um,
this price hike? You know,
I think it was 1999.
19. So we're going
Yeah,
up
it
full
went up.
$10.
Yep.
Yeah, it went up $10.
Yeah.
Was it Windows Central that had the breakdown?
Oh yeah, actually, I don't work in Windows Central anymore, just in case you guys were curious.
Yeah.
It's really
Um,
interesting though, because it's like I remember the last um thing that I did with them was I was working an event. I went to a preview event in Los Angeles
Mhm.
for Lies of P, and it was so interesting to me to even see the market was shifting there for what people were consuming and how they were consuming their games. A lot of people are going to be getting Lies of P and the DLC on PC, but a lot of people were also getting it on PS5 mainly because of how the controller handles, which is why that's my go-to
Yeah.
console for a lot of reasons.
I'm trying to find where I saw the breakdown. I saw it this morning. Anyway,
Oh
so
God, K-pop Demon Hunter, I swear to God, that's gonna be the death of me. I've
But
had
it's amazing,
golden.
though.
I've had
It's
the
amazing.
listen.
It's so great.
Hiding, hiding
Bro.
like a
Jimmy Fallon tonight
Oh, I
um,
can't
has,
wait.
has their first performance.
Yeah.
I'm
No
so
way.
excited.
they were on Saturday Night
Yeah,
Live this
they
past
did a
weekend.
partial. They did a
But they
partial
didn't sing,
performance
did
in
they?
SNL. Yeah,
They
was
sang
a
like
partial-
a line. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the full
Um,
performance is Jimmy Fallon. I can't wait. I'm gonna watch that too.
Yeah, I think it's going up like 50% across the board,
Yeah.
if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
On average, it's 50%
Yeah.
increase. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know that Winter Central was covering it from what I saw. I know that a lot of people are just kind of shocked about this right now in general. They're like,
Mhm.
oh, we thought that this was going to be the opposite.
So what's even funnier is not funnier, but with the whole thing with this is that during the whole Activision trial, remember when they were trying to get the merger, they promised they weren't going to raise prices.
Yeah.
And
I
now
mean,
they're
I mean, let's get real. They promised they're gonna have some good games when they finally had their 2 year release.
I mean,
But
it's like
we saw
the
how that
worst
happened. I'm
time to
not gonna
become
lie.
a new Xbox player. Period.
Yeah.
And I
This
don't
is
know
not
if you guys
driving
saw
me
this.
to
This is
say,
pretty
"Hey, I need
pretty
to grab
recent as
this."
well. So not only are they increasing prices on consoles, they're increasing or they're messing with the increases on prices on Game Pass. They're expected to increase the price of the handheld ROG Ally, as well
Oh,
as that
here we
there's
go, Jay.
high rumors of it being canceled.
Aha! Aha!
Oh, yeah, here it is.
here it
Aha.
is. Okay, so the original was $9.99 a month. So that
Which that was
passed,
fantastic.
that price is staying the same. You
Yeah.
got it was Xbox only, 25 curated console games, discounts online. So they did add to the
Okay.
$10 benefit by giving it cloud and PC
Okay.
and upping it to 50 plus curated, unlimited access to cloud gaming, longer wait times. That doesn't include the rumor and God, I can remember the guy I follow, Paul Weebly. He was made a joke video about it, but like there's talk about Xbox coming out with a free cloud gaming, but you have to watch ads during it.
Yes.
Which that's not
That's
bad.
why
I
you're playing
mean,
games.
for
Depends
someone
on
who's
depends on where they put
Depends on how they
the ads
execute it.
though, you
If
know?
you're
Like-
doing it as
like
like often
ads
as
during
Twitch
gaming.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're gonna play for like 10 minutes and then get an ad.
oh, then no. Yeah, I didn't think
yeah.
about
Is
that.
that
I
is
thought
that
that they
is that what
would.
we're
Right.
going to? You're gonna play
Because
a game
you're
and
grinding,
you're
That's-
gonna have
gonna
an
get an
ad?
ad.
that's the theory behind it is that
Okay.
they're just gonna insert ads into your game, like actual like pause your game, do your ad, and then go back to your game.
That's the wrong
No.
They
direction.
do it to where that it's
No
like
way.
watch ads to
No
earn playtime.
way. This
Maybe.
no.
I
So if
would
you
have thought that
watch
they would
30
do it
minutes
like
of ads get you 9 hours of game time. I don't know.
No,
Maybe.
they're talking about doing it like the rumor is they're gonna do it in the middle of your game.
Theo. That's what I
No.
thought that they were doing too. I did not know that like it's possibly like in the middle of. Oh, you're beating a boss. No, we're gonna cut an
Nope.
ad right here.
Hey,
Oh my
All
god.
right. So-
Mm.
Watch they'll
Game Pass-
insert pay to play
Mhm.
where they're like, oh, if you purchase from our ad, we'll give you a cheat on your boss fight.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
god.
that
So-
would be a nightmare.
So premium is going to stay roughly the same, $15 a month. Ads on cloud, gaming for there. You get some special discounts. It was still new Xbox Studio titles added up to a year after launch. This is the one thing that they're adding
not
in
Call of
here.
Duty.
But not Call of Duty.
Now,
the,
there's a
the
reason
one
why.
thing that's making your
Huh.
whole
Well,
system
no.
survive.
So they actually, the numbers have come out, and it looks like the latest Call of Duty that before 7, right, lost $300 million
That's
by being
surprising.
just
good
on
Call
Game
of Duty.
Pass.
Good for Call of
Yeah.
Duty.
That's
Because what they
surprising.
did was they put it out for people just to play it on Game Pass, right? You're not getting your $70 revenue off of people that would have already played the game. They're just going to go, hey, I'm playing it. I'm paying at the time $20 a month on Game Pass. I can just spend $20 a month and go play it.
Good-
They
good
also
for
didn't
Call of
have the
Duty
player
losing
base
money.
on day one.
Correct.
Friggin' Battlefield kicked their butt like what?
The demo.
6 times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The demo did.
yeah.
6 times the
Um,
player count?
So PC
Oh, that's
Game
coming out
Pass
this
is-
Thursday, by the way.
Yes.
Also can't wait.
PC Game Pass is going up though. It is going up to $16.49 a month.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Wow.
And when you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's all the same benefits. So they're just raising the price. Just
Awesome.
because.
You get Ubisoft classic games. That's the difference.
Okay. now, and then
almost a 50% increase almost.
and then Ultimate Game Pass, like we're talking about, is going up $30.
Damn, God
You know,
damn.
guarantee of 75 plus day one game launches per year.
Do
Now
they even release 75 games per year?
it's going to be. It's
I
gonna
didn't
be-
want to laugh to that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Like, why are you over
You say-
promising? You're gonna under deliver.
Yeah. Right. You
I
know,
would just love it if they would re-release, get Fable out already. Get the next one out already, please.
right. Well, that depends. Is that studio going to be the next round of closures?
Oh yeah.
That's the thing of where it's so unreliable. Oh, I already have so much to say. This is getting me so
So,
mad.
anyways, there's this part. Now, before we really get into the roast fest, because I know Ariel is chomping at the bit, I want to give her some more ammunition
Yeah, go for it.
God damn. God
because
damn.
because of all the bad press, and this is on many different sites. I just happened to grab this one from The Verge. Tom Warren is a fantastic writer
Yeah.
and reporter and stuff like that. So this went out to Xbox Game Pass current subscribers. Okay, now
Wait, no.
hold on. Now the reason this has come out is because the previous week's announcements were so bad for everybody that everybody rushed to cancel their subscriptions and crashed the cancellation website. So here's their new thing coming out now. It states, recently you may have heard about changes to the price of Xbox Game Pass subscriptions. At this time, these increases will only affect new purchases and will not affect your current subscription for the market in which you reside, as long as you're on an auto reoccurring plan. Should you choose to cancel your plan and repurchase, you will be charged at the new current rate. If for any reason there are maybe changes to your existing account, we will notify you at least 60 days in advance, and you will have the option to cancel or change your subscription plan at that time or at any time. Thank you again for being an Xbox Game Pass subscriber. We'll continue to strive to deliver you high quality games, amazing value, and an incredible gaming experience. This is a absolute middle finger to everybody. They sent
The
out that
worst backpedal I've ever seen.
like
It's not even a backpedal at this point. It's them refusing to meet the
It's just
consumer
like-
where they're at.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
It's, like he said, it's big middle finger to people that didn't want to pay more.
and canceled.
I'm also
Quote,
concerned
unquote,
with some of the
loyal
wording.
people
You
that
will
say-
have the option to cancel or change. Or, well,
Yes.
no, yeah, that makes sense.
Which means
But as long
what
as
this
you-
means is
I was
here
reading
in
too into
probably
it.
like 3 months, they're going to turn around and say, okay, guess what? Yes, you were
60
paying
days will come up.
$20 a month. Now you're going to be paying 30.
Yep. Like here's your 60-day notice that you're going to be paying more.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And before Errol just unleashes her wrath, I would like to add that all of this seems so strange that they're increasing their prices. So you'd think that they have some sort of confidence in their product that they are going to sell pretty good, and that's why they're raising prices, right? So explain to me why the ROG Ally X is on the verge of being canceled because of their deal with AMD, and they're saying that they don't think they can sell 10 million units, and that's why AMD is going to back out.
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, there's talk about so the AMD wasn't necessarily it's not the AOG ROG Ally necessarily, but it was for their next generation. That was more the preface for the console.
True handheld.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
right.
This
Anyways,
is an
let's-
Xbox.
as
Yeah,
part of that
'cause the
deal,
ROG
though,
Ally
it
is still
was
just a computer.
to your point, right? They had put into language that they were going to sell X amount of units. Now, as of yesterday, the rumors are coming out from a few different sources from within that some people have very good contacts with. They haven't divulged names and whatnot, but they have said that right now there's discussions about possibly canceling the entire next generation of Xbox.
Yeah, put out a good
Whoa.
game.
The
But it's not
one
necess- but it's not fully just Xbox
So-
making the decision. is putting weight on that decision since Xbox thinks that they're not going to sell more than 10 million units.
Well, and what's funny is they're laying people off still. They've closed down studios. They canceled Perfect Dark, and yet Microsoft is making record
Just
profits.
had to really throw that in there, didn't you? How to go, bro?
Yes, I do.
Thanks for that
Alrighty.
little
Because
hurt.
that was a
Ariel,
little personal touch,
Xbox
was it?
becomes an indie
This is-
production company.
This is where I go, Ariel. It's time for you to eat and have at it.
I did.
Unleash the Kraken.
Gotta. No, okay, listen. I'm not gonna unleash the Kraken. I'm gonna try to be as fair as possible without bringing out too much of, the Kraken. But it's one of those moments of where if you have more money to your name than you can count, this is not going to put a dent in your wallet. The $30 a month, it's not going to do anything. If you have a lot of expendable income, go for it. It's fine, absolutely. Have at it. But for the average consumer who maybe has one console and has a family, has a 9 to 5, and who isn't a person who creates content like we do, or a journalist, whatever the case may be, they're not going to get multiple consoles. It is unreasonable to ask people to get more than one. If you have more than one, you are an avid gamer. And the thing is that
I've got 2 kids that I got tired of them stealing my consoles and just got them their own Switches.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, of where it's just like, mostly if you are in, with kids or with teenagers, you're going to get the Switch, you're going to get the console of their choice because they're going to be the ones primarily playing them unless the parent is also a gamer. But the thing is one thing that I mainly noticed, I used to be in a Discord, there was a motorcycle Discord. Shut up. Okay, I like motorcycles. They're really awesome. And
No hate here.
I love Harleys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And for me, whenever I went in there and I was
Immediate
talking to
question, though.
people,
Is hardtail,
Yes.
softtail, or crotch rocket?
hardtail,
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
hardtail.
I like your style. Some monkey bars.
Yep, absolutely.
Eh,
Dope.
Yeah, I like
All
more
right.
of the modern style ones that look a little more sleek. Just like a matte black or a matte white. Chef's kiss.
Dig your style. All right.
But I don't even have my license. I just admire looking at motorcycles. So, but whenever I was in that Discord server and we were talking about what games we all liked, everyone was talking about FIFA. Everyone was talking about Animal Crossings or really popular ticket games. And I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, this is where the consumer base is at, in the places where we least expect it to be, because we're all so involved in the industry that we don't see what's right under our noses of what games are actually the most popular and what consoles people are going towards the most. That is the FIFA, that is maybe the odd off Souls-like. Not too many people know about Souls-like as a grand whole. I went in there and talked about Elden Ring. People looked at me like I had 3 fucking heads. So it's not as common knowledge as we would think. When people talk about $30 a month, that's food. That's gas for their car. That's school
Exactly.
supplies for their kids. This isn't a small amount of chump change of where Oxbox.
I mean, we can start
Okay,
calling on that now.
that could be the next console name. I don't know.
This is an Oxbox. No, okay. But this is all the ads and all of the schmoozing that they're doing to basically the clientele, which is us. They're not convincing us that it's a long-term investment that is worthy of our financial goals that we are trying to meet. And let's say someone is looking towards an investment to make, I would highly recommend PS Plus. PS Plus
Yep.
gives you so many incredible games. And for me, like primarily I'm a PC gamer, but if I'm going to have a console and I'm going to recommend a console, it's going to be PS5. I have an Xbox because that was the very first console I ever got into when I started gaming when I got out of college. But I was gaming originally on a GameCube when I was 10 and 11 years old. And then my mom was like, oh, you know what? You're starting to get into the whole YouTube thing. Why don't we get you a console? That way you have something, like that's more high tech. I'm like, sure, let's go for it. I got the Xbox One when I graduated from college, and I played Ori and the Blind Forest for the first time, and I fell in love. And that's what Xbox should be. It should be about innovating more of what the gaming sphere already
Well, it's
expects.
lost its soul about
You know?
wanting to make great games.
Exactly. And
When was the
that's
last time they really spoke about how passionate they were about the game, some of the games that they were having come out,
Well,
not
I mean,
being
like,
I
Halo.
haven't seen that in years. I haven't
well,
seen
yeah, I
it
feel
ever
like,
since like the
But they
past 10
can't.
years.
Well, they were passionate about Perfect Dark, and then
So I know I give you
for a
crap
little
on
while
that, but
there,
that is very
but
true.
Mhm.
But the way they debuted it, like they were debuting it
it
like,
was
hey, look,
lackluster.
we have a
Mhm.
new franchise coming.
Yeah.
And then
Um,
the next trailer
but I
was a
mean,
little
Ariel makes
lackluster, like
a
you said. Yeah.
fantastic point that they're
I want
not
to bring
focusing on the audience
I want to bring that
in a
up.
Mhm.
broad scale, that they are primarily focused on those that are getting the most visual contact out there. So
Mhm.
creators, content creators, esports, whatever, the thing that is on people's screens that is not actually them playing is
Right.
what they're focusing on,
So I want
rather
to.
than the broader spectrum of like the 60% of gamers that aren't playing those games could be playing something else.
So I want to talk
Yeah.
about like Ariel. You brought up a really great point when we're talking about a family on a budget, right?
Mhm.
So we all know like for Nintendo, you can get the Switch Online Family Plan with Expansion Pass for $80 for an entire year,
Yeah.
and that covers 8 consoles, uh, 4 of which on this podcast are on my account at this present moment.
Thank you, sir.
So $10 a Switch, and you get all the different virtual consoles. You get the Animal
Yeah.
Crossing DLC, you get the Mario Kart deal, 8 DLC, all of that included for that $80, and it's all yours as long as you have it.
Yeah.
You talk about PlayStation Plus. So let's do a comparison. I pulled it up. We looked at what Xbox was. So for Essential, it's $10 for a month, 25 for 3, or $80 for 12 months. Right? We all know this. You get 3 free games a month.
Mhm.
And as long as you have PlayStation Plus, those don't go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still, and if you happen to let your subscription lapse and you re-up it even a month later, all those games are back
They're still
for you.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still there.
Exactly.
You get discounts and stuff. Even Extra, which adds on games catalog plus Ubisoft
It's
classics.
completely like from what
It's the
I
same
even
price.
gathered, it's tethered to your account. So even if you
Yes.
didn't have it for like a year,
Correct.
you finally re-upped it, you still have your whole catalog of games.
Yep, it's considered a purchase.
Yeah.
But even then, $15 a month or 135 for a year for PlayStation Extra, which gives you the games catalog that they add on for with different monthly games and stuff, similar to what Game Pass does, and Premium, which gets you their cloud streaming, game trials, classics, all and plus everything else.
Yeah.
PlayStation's only $18 a month. So at this
Eight-
point,
18 months.
Yeah.
Or if you get that 12 month, you commit. It's even cheaper.
160 bucks. It's
160,
even
so
cheaper.
It's all like
Mhm.
11-ish a month.
Yeah.
So at
Yeah.
this point, which is what I don't understand, this almost feels like Don Matrick is back running Xbox again. They have now priced themselves they're in third place by a long margin. And when you talk about console sales and everything, they're in third place, but they're raising prices on everything like they're in first place and that there's no other options.
Yeah.
So that also brings
Yeah.
a question I would like to throw to Ariel. I would like your insight or opinion on. Um, I also feel like they're alienating, their client base more on the children's side, where
Yeah.
these hiked prices for Game Pass, like you said, really there's one console to a home for the most part. And I would say that most teenage kids are on Game Pass with Call of Duty is the most popular
Mhm.
game out there, regardless of like it is dropping. Well, like I said, Game Pass and Microsoft, I would say, is like the high, like it's considered the more popular for the children to play online.
Mhm.
So, how much of an effect do you feel will be coming with these price hikes, as
Well,
in regard to that clientele?
the parents are simply just not going to be able to afford it. Pure and
Right,
simple.
right.
Like when it
Uh,
comes to like choosing to get your groceries or put gas in your car or feed your kids and like
Or Game
you're
Pass.
yeah, it's like you don't choose an absurd choice like getting a game subscription when you need to pay your bills and feed your children.
Okay, so
There's
I'm gonna put
there's
the thing
no
out
question
there.
about it.
I'm gonna put something out there. It's not necessarily playing devil's advocate, but it's something that I would foresee either PR, finance, budgeting, whatever would end up saying. So yes, we summed it up to where that it is $1 a day. And how do you save $1 a day? You reduce your Starbucks order from a venti to a grande.
So
I think
that's
that
not a
they're
dollar,
just-
sir.
they're-
That's
they're
not a dollar
going-
difference, sir.
Yeah, they're probably about
Just
like
letting you know.
350. But they're probably going to play the guilt card a little bit in their own PR marketing way, because companies do this. I mean, we're
Yeah.
no stranger to the fact that companies aren't our friends. They want to make money, and that's not it's not a fault, but it's more or less they have been in the industry so long doing what they're doing, they don't know what it's like to be a consumer anymore.
True.
Well said.
I'm just putting it out
Yeah.
there that I would foresee them saying is like, if the primary argument is that people can't afford it, that is how an example of how you can afford it. You reduce your other things in order to make something.
How you think they would
the way you
market to
want it.
the client?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that like guilting people like that to turn it around isn't the way that they should be doing it. If they're saying, well, we can't afford, if you can't afford to do it, then that's fine. We'll meet you where you're at and do a baseline price of where you can do an every other month installment payment instead of paying $30 a month. You
I
know,
think
so
Well, I mean,
Alright.
so let's expand on that. Like, I hate that I'm essentially playing devil's advocate, but let's say that you are saying with that, and so let's say that we've been talking about price hikes on physical games, on individual games that we're going to go up from 60 to 70, even possibly 90, right? So if we're doing $90 per game, and we only buy a game every 3 months, that's $30 a month. Whereas Game Pass gets you 200 plus games per month for the same amount. How do we respond to that?
I can't play new games
Yeah.
day of.
Why can't
I
you?
wait till Black Friday. Come on.
No,
man.
so if you're
Guys,
looking kind of that logic, right, is
Okay,
right. So if I'm gonna,
because we
even
said
if
the
you're looking at 30,
$30,
30
But the
will,
$30 one,
will
you
get
get
you
you
it
get
will,
day one.
but-
launch day.
Hold on one
Yeah,
second.
you get launch
But-
day.
okay, so let me rephrase that. I can't play Call of Duty.
No, that's the
Okay.
premium one. You can play Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is not going to be included on Game Pass. That's the kicker.
Like
I
at
thought you
all.
only
It's
mentioned
not
that
on
the
Game Pass at
medium-
all.
Black
No,
Ops
they-
7 will not be
They're
on
not
Game
doing
Pass. They've already said it. They're not doing
Oh,
it.
okay.
And that is
Okay.
because they took a bath on the latest Call of Duty and lost $300 million.
Not only
Okay.
that, if you think about it, if they're excluding games, people aren't going to want to invest their money into a place where they know their possible favorite game will be.
Well,
So,
I would also so I just want to argue, are the past Call of Duty games on the Game Pass?
The they are.
Are you going to play the
But-
past Call of Duty games?
Well,
Correct.
okay, so just coming from like a gamer and having some insight on like the younger gamers that like that are playing right now, my nieces and nephews, they would continue playing
Okay, but
Call of Duty 6 or Black Ops 6, whatever it is right
That's
now.
still kind of
well,
recent.
let's say
though.
to your point, Jerry,
Right, but
that
not
if they're playing Call of Duty, most likely their primary focus is Call of Duty, and Game Pass, in my mind, would not be effective because you're wasting your money on the availability of 200 plus games when your focus is on one. So if you're
Right.
not doing Game Pass, you're saving up the money for the $90 of Black Ops, and you're going to get Black Ops when that comes
Mhm.
out without Game Pass. So it's still
Or-
it's still not quite
Or ooh,
do that
Or-
solid
or-
argument that people can't
Ariel's
afford.
got an or.
yeah,
There's got an
or
or.
you
Come
could
at
you
me,
could
Ariel,
you could
come at me.
you could invest in a really good PC and get it on PC and then not have to pay to
Yes.
play with people It's
Finally,
just so
somebody else says it.
simple. That's why I don't play. And just to clarify for people who are like, oh, we should probably play through subscription. Okay, first of all, fuck you. No, I don't actually, because I want to save money. I'm kind of frugal in that way.
Yes.
But it's one of those things of where like I'm actually one of those people that waits for the free days to play for PlayStation because
There you go.
I will not pay for a subscription because I find them absolutely pointless when I have games on PC that I can go in to Call of Duty and be like, hey, let's hop on Call of Duty on PC. It is going to cost you about almost for a really good PC, almost $2,500 to $3,000. Once you have that
Get high-end one
pain,
too.
a little bit of a pain, that's just absolute painstakingly just ouchy sore gone from your body, you can just be like, okay, I can play these games on PC. I don't have to worry about Game Pass or PS Plus or any of these things, and I can actually like afford to just do this regularly. So I think the biggest advice I would give to people, if you want to pay for those subscriptions, go for it. But for me at least, I feel like it's an unnecessary expenditure when you could be doing something else on PC. I don't know. That's just my
Yeah.
perspective.
I really
definitely
hate that I'm playing this side.
consider utilizing
Yeah.
not just for one game, get your bang for your buck. Don't just
Kind
if
of.
if it's really your main focus is one game, maybe buy it physically and that's it. That's
Or
all
just
you
separately,
need,
individually.
which is
Yeah.
separately
Yeah.
correct. But I think people need to consider and be a little bit smarter with their purchase.
Let's revisit
when it
the
comes to
PC.
that. Yeah, I think
Let's revisit the PC. So we're saying about $2,500 to $3,000 for a really good PC that'll last you at least 5 to 7 years. So a console rotation, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're more often going to be buying games individually, as well as not as often are they discounted, depending on the studio. Shut up. It's not physical, it's digital, sucker.
I know. I have to throw that in there.
It's still digital.
I'm sorry, baby.
Because I mean, like Steam and Epic Games, they throw a Disney where like Disney doesn't lower their prices on their freaking movies 20 years later.
Ever.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
It's
Nintendo?
It's like once
Exactly.
a year, once or twice
So-
a year.
So if you're going to get your bang for your buck if you're going for quantity of games, you're going to go for a subscription, whether it be PC Game Pass or something equivalent along those. Are there more options that are free on PC? Absolutely, there
Yeah.
are. Are they
Especially
AAA
indie games.
games? No, they're not AAA games. But I'm just saying that you have to have, like Ariel's saying, you have to have the mindset of what you're trading off between a PC and a console. Yes, a console is a cheaper PC that you're limited on what you can do. But you're reducing your cost and you're getting it more invested into the games. Whereas a PC, you get more bang for your buck. You get to play games. You get to be productive. You get to be creative. You get a lot more out of your PC. So like the numbers might scare you a little bit. Like you might be able to weigh those pros and cons a little heavily. But like Jason and apparently Ariel and I are more on the PC side because I have fun with my PC.
It's a
And I
long-term
can-
investment as well, because
It
if
is.
you have a steady job that can get you the funds in order to be able to, I mean, don't be stupid with your money, obviously. Like, don't choose a gaming PC over feeding yourself or rent or anything like that. But also understand that, like, any time that you choose to invest in yourself, you are investing in something that also makes you happy as well. And that I think should also be a priority too.
And on Ariel's point of investing, you can invest in your kids because what do you want your kids to take with them to college? Not a console. You want them to take a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
2 words, guys. 2
Yeah.
words. And this is what's going to debunk a lot of this.
Personal
Black Friday.
computer. Is that the two?
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Black
That's
Friday.
so true.
And let me just preference you guys. Okay,
This-
I am maybe a moderate level Black Friday goer. Jason is at the pro tier. and I can say this
Yeah,
by experience.
yes. Jerry
Top
has
tier.
seen me in
So-
action.
I would give
He has
James-
I
laughed
only
at
went
my.
once and it was chaos. New York
Oh,
is
man. Oh,
chaos
no.
for this.
Oh,
Multiple
I
years.
have-
There
I
are
have all
years
the
where
tips.
Jason and I
I
have
have
run
all-
into each other at random places. Like, oh, dude, you looking for this? Yeah, I already found
2:30,
it.
3
It's over
o'clock
here.
in the morning. This is before they had all the stupid cyber like.
Yep.
I
Or things
The
open like 4 days in
the
advance.
Yeah,
pre-
where you
Black
had to, you had
Friday
to get
in, like,
there 5 in the
September.
morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I see Jerry, what's up, man?
have the
You
battle
picking these up too?
scars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you
Oh,
want to know
dude,
how I
like-
got these scars?
Dude, I mean, like me
This
and
one was
Jerry,
a
even
year in
Jerry even learned
2016.
about, and I will preface like my Black Friday shopping is
And he's strategic too, man. Like
so
even then,
dialed
you
in.
get your bang. Like even then, you get more bang for your buck, dude. That's
Yeah,
why. Like
so
you're
dialed
pro
in that like I honestly like my wife would come along and she's like, I don't understand why you do me, and I was like, I just need you literally to stand in line. That's it. Buy whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, just coming from, because I mean, a lot of us have been right now talking about price, and then this is
Mhm.
one of the biggest things that I am very well known for, especially in this channel, is that I am the cheapest one out of all 5 of us. You know,
Which
I
is
only
not
buy
bad.
games.
You're just
That's
you're just
not
smart.
bad.
I mean,
with money, baby. I get it.
proof
I
of
buy
this
games
is that
twice
you
a year.
fly
Twice a
Spirit.
year.
Yeah, you fly Spirit. That's
Yeah.
that's
I
proof
fly
enough.
Spirit. That's
All
how
that
cheap
anybody
I am.
needs to know is how cheap you are.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
but I buy
mean,
games
you could say
twice a year.
Frontier.
Once when I have like a brand new game that I really want, aka like Final Fantasy. For the third Final Fantasy comes out, I'll buy that at full price. It's just because it's me. I love that.
Mhm.
Second time I buy it, Black Friday. Third time I buy it is when it's on the PlayStation Plus free store. That's the third time I buy it. That's the only 3 times I really buy games. And as somebody that's looking at this price jump, $10 way too much, way too much. But I feel like based on what their last email saying, like, oh, if you don't change your subscription, it's gonna like stay the same. It's sounding like a gym membership to me, honestly. Because
That's
you know how
so
That's
true.
you
a good.
get
That's a
stuck
great
in there
comparison.
and you're just like,
All
hey, you
these
know what?
gym
At
bros
this point,
coming in like, if you
Damn.
don't do this right now, man.
at
It's
this
like-
point, you just
Bro,
say,
oh my
hey, like
God.
if they don't change it and you're rolling over 14, like I don't know if it increases the price 2020, 2020.
Microsoft. Oh my god, Ariel.
You know,
Microsoft
if
are the
they
gym
stay at
bros of
that
the
20,
gaming
you know, you
industry. Like,
grandfather
oh my
in at
God.
that 20, you
Either
got
the
that gym membership
grandfather
going.
or-
You're like, you're
or
like,
they pull
I
like
now
a
have to
don't care
change.
what
Hold
game.
on,
Oh my
Jay.
God.
I now have to change the title of this episode.
Oh my god.
Yeah, gym
Microsoft
But I
membership.
mean,
Gym
like
Bros.
that's what
Microsoft
it
Gym
is,
Bros.
though. Like,
Oh my god.
let's be real. Let's be real. Like,
Dude,
you
you
it just
inspired
becomes
just
like
the
this
like
point
the
where, like,
greatest
yeah, you know
idea.
what?
Like it's gonna end up being the gym memberships, and then they're gonna go to cable companies. It's like,
Now I'm
oh,
thinking
you're
of
going
the
to
title.
cancel.
Microsoft Gym Bros.
You know what
with
it's like?
huggable
Oh my
hipsters.
God.
Awesome.
No, you know who it is? The Xbox is now Logan Paul.
Oh,
shit.
Jesus. Oh, so
But
good.
yeah,
That's
like,
what it's
that's
supposed
what
to
it's
be.
coming
This
into.
Oh my god.
And you
God.
kind of just have to like you just accept this at
Or
all,
it's like
at all points.
it's like getting a membership for Schwann's, you know?
No, 'cause
Oh, God.
as soon as you
God.
drop
Or those
down,
like
or as soon
buy,
as you
the
cancel,
meat by mail order companies. Like,
that's where they get you. As soon as you drop down, as soon as you cancel, that's where they're gonna get you. They're gonna be like, "Hey, guess what? We're gonna actually redo Perfect Dark," and then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I canceled my membership. Now I have to go up to 30." You're like, "Oh, hell no!"
So you
the
think
pro-
there's some
pro-
strategy by this, and they're gonna
Oh, there's
Microsoft might
definitely
be
there's
Absolutely.
a definite
Pricing, okay.
strategy. Like
I-
there's no doubt about it because
But
you
no,
need
at the
to
s-
have one of these in order to play online. Is that correct with Microsoft?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also
So,
think about it
same
from
with-
this
same with
perspective.
PlayStation.
As soon as PlayStation saw this, you know through their heads they were thinking, "Ooh, what if we release on the PlayStation Plus the first Silent Hill game and all the rest of the Silent Hill games? They're gonna come over to us now."
Yeah, exactly. Like you're going
You know
to
what this reminds me of? It's like this is how you
backlog.
trade. This is how you trade games with a friend.
Yeah.
This is
Like,
what this feels like now. It's like something.
Yeah.
I'm waiting
But
for.
I
I'm waiting
just
for
see
PlayStation
that like
to
a
jump
lot
on
of
this.
Xbox give me there hasn't been like this, oh my God, I need to transfer to become an Xbox player. And for the longest time, we've had this console war, this division of players that want to play different games. For the longest time, for a lot of kids, they just grow up thinking it's either or, either or. And that's how the households have usually been run. Like we have, I have a PlayStation. My wife likes the Nintendo Switch. She plays that more often. I play the PlayStation more often. All
Yep.
fine and dandy. We save up for it. We wait for it. We do the research. I have like one impulse buy, or I win money at the little casino, and we're like, all right, cool, we're good.
Switch 2.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
still need to get
way,
that.
way
Oh,
impulse
staring
buy.
at me.
Yeah, way impulse buy.
I don't have a
But
need to get it yet.
Microsoft doesn't have any games where I'm just like, hey, you know what? I want
And
to
I
get
think
this game.
to your point, Jay, right, is
I
I
wanna
think
get this
right
system.
now, Xbox is giving people every reason not to stay in their ecosystem.
Yeah,
Between raising the prices on the consoles, raising the prices on the Game Pass, canceling studios that were going to be doing new IP or, really good IP for
IP
them.
that people are looking forward
Like,
to.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'll be honest, like Perfect Dark, that game was looking on pace to be a game I'd really want to play.
my God.
So it was actually making me consider re-upping for Xbox Cloud so I could play it on my Mac, and stream it. Yes, the buffering is a little pain in the ass and it's not the best quality, but I would have paid the monthly subscription just to play Perfect Dark.
Okay.
And now that reason is gone. So we know that Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming to PlayStation. So there's yet another franchise that is not exclusive to an Xbox console anymore. So if I'm looking just consoles, right? Let's take PC out of the equation for this, right? We know Gears of War came out on PlayStation. Forza came out on PlayStation. We know that Halo is on the horizon. And eventually going to come to PlayStation. So it's like, where are my drivers to stay with Xbox?
I have an answer. Sorry.
You don't.
Oh yeah, I do actually. It's very simple. They're not going to be a console for much longer, and they're going to move all of their stuff over to cloud gaming, which
That's what
is
I've been
going to be
seeing.
a service that you can subscribe for. And I'm going to make a prediction on this. It's going to be probably the same thing as like Luna, like Amazon Luna to a degree, of where you have a subscription. You have like kind of a modem looking thing of where you place it on the desk wherever you're at. You have your controller, you have your subscription, and it can be transferred between PC and what your little Xbox modem thing is. You're not going to do console anymore. And I
What
feel like
if
the only
Stadia
console
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
what if you live in an area where your internet isn't strong enough to support cloud gaming?
And that's going to be a problem for a lot of people because since right now I'm seeing them migrating away towards the consoles, they're going towards the handhelds and they're going towards more of like on the go style gaming of where it's either PC, which is their strongest asset, or they're focusing more on the Rogue Ally. And I feel like they're not focusing enough, again, on the consumer to be able to bring back what made Xbox Xbox. I mean, for me, Xbox is Gears of War. It's Ori and the Blind Forest. It's Halo. It's being able to see different things
Which-
come to life. Yeah. And what they're doing right now is they're not even, oh God, this is gonna give me so much shit. They're not even brave enough to build their own fucking console like the Steam Deck, like the Nintendo Switch. They have to mooch off of another company entirely in order to get their point across that this is an Xbox. No, it's not. It's another overly priced
Another version
console.
of RHL.
You know,
Which scares me for their next. Well, actually, didn't they already announce what their standalone was?
so
or
their next standalone console was going to be essentially a mini PC because it was going to have Steam Store, it was going to have
right?
the Epic Store, it was going to have all of this stuff. So you might as well just call it a PC, like a budget-friendly PC.
But also, I
But-
mean, so
Yeah, was it though?
not also to be a devil's
$900 price tag.
But also, let's also not forget that Microsoft is a computer company, so I
No,
kind
they
of
are
see.
not a no.
They're a software company.
Let's
They're
not
software
even.
now.
No, they are not even that anymore. They have moved to a subscription model for most of their stuff. They are a
True.
subscription company.
Yeah.
So you
That is
cannot, so
true.
Office, you cannot have
OS
Word,
is
Office.
yeah.
freaking subscription.
Yeah.
OS
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
is
true.
like everything is subscription based now with Microsoft. So going this route doesn't surprise me
Right.
because,
That's what I was getting at
but
too.
at the same time, is like to Ariel's point, you are missing the point with your consumers, Xbox
Yeah.
specific,
They're too focused on the numbers
right?
and like
And they're moving.
the tech.
Well, they're not.
What can we sell? What can we advertise?
They're not even
No.
only losing touch with their consumers, they're losing touch with their employees. So, like we said, they did a bunch of layoffs, and all
Yeah.
these movements of moving to cloud and AIs and all this shit reduces the need for employees.
Yeah.
It also reduces the want of the consumer to be involved with something that's politically ingrained too. No average gamer wants to be consumed by politics 24/7. Some of them just want an escape, a momentary escape, but they
Yes.
want an escape nonetheless from the world and what's going on, the chaos that's ensuing. I don't think any, little kid who is playing on their Xbox is thinking, gee, mom, dad, how is AI gonna fix everything? It's not, little Jimmy. It's
My
not,
God.
okay?
The fact that you brought up that there's political, then we were talking about ads during games. Can you imagine the next election having ads during games on
Oh,
Xbox?
That
yes, I
I
can.
Oh,
I can see that.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
God.
I can see
Oh
it.
yeah.
That's yeah. It's sad. It's really sad. And the thing is that like I I remember when I was a kid, I was brought up in mainly a GameCube household because that's when my dad was playing with me. He was playing the Game Boy Advanced, the Game Boy, like the little like colored green Game Boy Color.
Mhm.
And it wasn't only until I think about like maybe 14 or 15 years old when I was in high school, I was seeing like all these people playing different sports games and a boom in like
Mhm.
007 and different games that were actually like genuine. They may not be, the best looking games, but they had heart behind them. And that's the saddest part about this entire thing is that like Xbox is losing the heart behind the structure of what made the company
Mhm.
fantastic.
And then,
Absolutely. Yes.
you look exactly, you look back to the launch of the Xbox, right? It wasn't
Mhm.
the greatest, right? It was enough to warrant the 360, which we all know historically before the Red Ring of Death hit them, the 360 owned that generation.
Mhm.
Mm.
It
Oh
did
God, yeah.
because of all the
Oh
different
yeah.
games and everything that it had. Um, and then they decided to
It was the Xbox
try,
One. It was the moment the
I
Xbox
think,
One. That was
and
the
Xbox
I
One,
turn.
yeah,
and
that
I
was
hate to say
fantastic.
this, is that I think that Xbox One fiasco with
It was the
Matrick.
worst one.
I
The
think that
moment I
has
saw
been,
it, I was like,
well, no, I think that's
cable
been,
box? Why a cable box?
it's been the one pivotal moment in a company's history that you can never recover from.
Mhm.
Because if you
Yeah.
think about it, they have not recovered since. No matter what they've tried, they have not truly recovered from their position and where they were and everything. And I think, and it's not to say that it's not because of the work that, I truly believe that, Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, they care about their players
Mm.
and truly wanting to give that, chance to play anywhere, wherever it is, right? But I think some of these decisions are coming from way above their pay grades.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't even think
And
it's them doing it, to be honest with you.
yeah, I hate to say this, it's probably the head of Microsoft going, you need to raise your prices. We need more money out of you guys, and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think in the end, in all of this, the ones that suffer, and I hate seeing this, even though yes, Xbox, I'm not a fan of Xbox as a whole. Yes, I love Forza. Yes, I love Halo. I will always love those franchises, but all this does is hurt the Xbox community.
Yeah.
And those are the ones I feel the most sorry for in all of this. It's like they've supported Xbox through thick and thin, right? Errol, you and I know people, and we've had people on the podcast too that are
Absolutely.
diehard Xbox. and have been diehard Xbox since minute one. And now it's like that is not being rewarded anymore.
No, but, I mean that's the thing too of where it hurts to see like there are some like hardcore Xbox people who that's what their content is based off of. You know, they have this
Correct.
genuine, uh, honest to gosh love of just the company and what the games are on the platform. Like when I played
Mhm.
Halo for the first time a few years ago, I understood why people were in love with the franchise so much and why it was the poster child for Xbox. But at the end of the day, companies again are not your friends. They aren't going to do what benefits you. They're going to do what benefits them in the long run, and we're seeing
Correct.
proof of that.
Mhm.
Also, to add another stone to the scale, not to mention they let go of their exclusive. When you're mentioning Halo, that's coming to PlayStation soon. We've
Yeah.
already gotten Gears of War. We're getting
Flight
their newest
Simulator.
one,
Oh, yeah.
Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of their older franchises that made them, so they've even lost their exclusivity with most of their main franchises that they're, giving out, which one I'm happy about the openness, but
But why do you buy a
but
console?
that's just another right. That's
Yep.
just another cog on that where like they're not focusing on the fans and their consumers. They're just trying to get more bucks, so
That's actually something I
it's so
kind of disagree
unfortunate.
with is
Oh,
exclusivity because whenever you see a console, you see just another means of communication of playing a game. Whenever I see a PlayStation, I don't automatically think, oh, I wonder if this game is on an Xbox or a PC. Whenever a lot of people were playing Bloodborne. I mean, there are mods for it right now where you can play it fully on PC, and that's one game that I feel like should come to PC because it'll give people like a more broader
yeah.
audience
Mhm.
to be able to view something like that. For Halo, I'm so excited that it's coming to PlayStation because it gives a whole new audience to
Mhm.
be able to enjoy that game and to
Right.
be able to say like,
I
whoa,
wasn't I
this is
wasn't
cool.
saying that like they should have the exclusivity. I was saying that
Mhm.
that was another cog that they just
Oh, okay.
naturally
That's the driving
stopped.
force.
Yeah,
That's
just
That
the
was
somebody
yeah,
money
that
that
was the
maker.
wants
driving
you to
force.
go get the
Gotcha.
Xbox.
Right.
The money
But
maker.
I'm absolutely
Yeah.
more open to those other IPs coming to PlayStation.
Mhm.
I'm just
Okay.
as happy as well. But I was just saying that's another thing that adds to what they're doing
Mhm.
so wrong.
Okay.
And
I mean,
that's
as much
just
as
yeah,
Yeah.
as
that's
much
hurting
as
them.
I got you.
I agree with,
Yeah.
hey, there shouldn't be exclusives. Let's be honest, from a company making money perspective, okay? I'm going to put out the hottest selling game. Halo. Let's talk like Halo when it was at its prime,
Mhm.
right? Where was the only place you could get and play Halo?
On the
On an
Xbox.
It
Xbox
was the
console.
Xbox, yeah.
Yeah.
So people rushed out to get an Xbox.
But yeah, that was
People that
that was
saw
even a game
Mhm.
that gave people a reason to buy the console.
people
I'm buying
saw
it for that game.
Uncharted or God of War, right?
PlayStation.
Oh, I'm
Where was
buying
the
a
only place?
PlayStation for those.
I
Yeah,
want to play Legend of Zelda. Where's the only place to go play Legend of Zelda
Nintendo,
is on
yeah.
a
Nintendo.
Switch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you see games that you're like, oh my God, I got to play that, and you don't have that means because it's not on your console, and
Mhm.
you really want that, you're going to potentially look at going, well, I'm going to jump ecosystems because they have the games I want to play,
Mm.
you know?
It's just not
So,
easy to
Fair.
do that.
Yeah.
That's why I think I'm
oh
more
no, it's not
open to the
easy. And
right.
I
Yeah.
do agree that even
But
after some
I think
limited
I understand.
exclusivity, everything goes everywhere. It's just from a business perspective,
Right.
right? You have now given away one of the means to bring people into your ecosystem, which was, hey, we
Gotcha.
make this particular
Mhm.
game. This is where you can play it
Right.
Well,
outside of a PC, right?
that's why I thought Xbox was smart when they went with Nintendo being able to play the Game Pass. So at least it's still like you're sharing where you could play it, but
And
you're
they
still
abandoned
reaping
that.
on the benefit.
Yeah.
Yes,
They
they abandoned
abandoned that
that,
hardcore.
but
Now, that being said, I love the fact that to bring up a game that Ariel said earlier, I love the fact that I can play Ori 1 and 2 on my Switch
Mhm.
because
Absolutely.
they're
Yeah.
fantastic games, right? But it was one that the only reason I picked it up is because it was on sale on my Switch. And I was like, hey, that's an Xbox exclusive. I never had an Xbox to play that game. Let's go and pick it up, see what it's like. And it is a fantastic game, and I think more people need to absolutely pick up that game and play it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Especially for anyone that is a fan of the Metroidvania styles and stuff like that. That it is
That was the first Metrovania I actually ever played. Was Ori and the Blind
Wow.
Forest. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
dope.
but it is one of those things. I think exclusivity needs to kind of start going the way of the dinosaur, at some point. But from a business money making perspective, don't give away the house,
Yeah, no,
right?
you can just 5 years later. You know.
Which is fine. But
It
No,
served
like,
its
let's-
purpose for what it was trying to do at
Yo,
the
yo.
time, and that's
Yeah,
the
no,
thing.
because
Yeah.
I mean, like, let me rewind. Like one of my favorite franchises, Final Fantasy. When did Final Fantasy VII remake come out? And I'm looking it up right now. For PlayStation 4, it
20,
was 2020, 2021 for PlayStation, like 2025, like around the turn of the 2021,
I was
right?
gonna say 2019. We were playing the demo on the E3
Yeah.
show.
But I mean,
Man,
like
yeah.
2021-ish, we'll go with like for the release, right? Came out just recently to the Switch and Xbox, apparently. I didn't even know at the start of this year,
Yep.
in 2026. That is a remake, first one of the trilogy. Right now we have Rebirth, which now I'm gonna just go and just
It's
check
coming
real
to
quick.
Switch 2, and it
It's gonna-
is coming
It
to
is going
Xbox.
to come out to
Yep.
Switch 2. It's just came out on like about a year or so later on PC because it was, beloved. But it came out on PlayStation and it stayed on PlayStation. And as soon as it goes through its full cycle of getting as much money as possible, before it gets like, oh, okay, now you guys can have fun with it. Like that
So
exclusivity
are you saying
is-
you're more on board with like a limited exclusivity? A
Oh
limited
yeah,
time
you need
exclusivity?
to. You need to. I mean,
And that's
like,
what, yeah, that's also what happened with Deathloop as well. It was exclusive to the PlayStation
Oh,
for a
that's
little
right.
bit and
Yeah.
PC, and then it went to Xbox about a year later.
Yeah.
Usually the terms for exclusivities is normally a year, and then it'll shift over to different consoles.
yeah.
Yeah, they had
Like
the
a
same
year
thing
or
with
so.
the second
Unless it
Tomb
was
Raider.
like an original
Just in
IP or
reverse.
that like their
Yeah.
main big franchises. Yeah.
Exactly.
But, I mean,
you gotta
I-
have
Back
that.
then.
Like, I need to grab people in before they can start like just throwing it all away, But if you
think-
can wait, then it's like, there's no reason to make the switch. Just
For
like how
me-
all of you guys
yeah.
constantly, even, hey, I'm gonna give you a free TV, Jay, to try and switch over to Apple. I'm like, no. Listen. Once those claws get in, that's it. I gotta buy everything Apple. Apple pants, Apple
It's
socks,
true.
Apple,
Once you go Apple, you don't go back.
Yeah, Apple glasses. Like, get out of here. Like, and that's the problem.
I mean,
That's what
to that
Microsoft is
point,
trying to base their model off of right
I got
now.
a laptop refresh at work, and they said you could have another Windows PC or you can get a Mac. I was like, give me a Mac.
Yeah. But
Good
that's
to go.
what Microsoft
No,
is trying to do
there's-
right now.
there's
They're
the
trying to be the next
Ones like
Apple.
us that like iPhone and do PC because I fucking hate Android.
This is an Xbox. God.
Yeah, that's just
Actually,
that's
with
what
the
they're
Xbox
trying to-
mobile
that's
app,
what they're
yes, you
trying
can
to
play
do.
games
You
on
can.
It is.
Game Pass.
But no, that's the whole thing.
Wait a
They are
second, no,
trying to
my
do that,
inhaler. This is an Xbox.
probably.
I tell people all the time, enjoy
cost
my
you
green
$300.
bubbles. Enjoy my green bubbles. Like one person hates me for it. They're like, "Oh, I know it's you because it's a green bubble. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. I don't care.
At
Because,
the-
like, as soon as I jump in, as soon as I'm in there, I have to enjoy it. I have to be dedicated to it. I have to do everything, and some give my left
So-
kidney to become an
Jason,
Apple
to your
person.
point though, right, is, are you willing to wait for that window to expire, right? So if I'm like, hey, as PlayStation, I'm going to put out a new Uncharted game, right? I'm going to keep it on my console for the first 6 months. After that, I'll release it to Xbox.
PC. Because it's always
PC,
PC Master Race.
whatever it is, right? Then as a consumer, I'm going to be like, hey, do I want to own a PlayStation so I can play it day one, or can I just wait 6 months and just play it when it comes out on my medium, right?
If
But I
if
think-
it comes out.
If it comes out. But on the flip side is, as a consumer, I'm also looking at it as like, well, do I really need to spend that money? But as a business, it's like, hey, I have this exclusive. The world wants to play it. they're only gonna be able to play it on my console for 6 months. That gives me some leverage to potentially increase my console sales because people want to play it day one. But the second you start releasing
But
it everywhere else,
that gets you back where to
you might
do
as
you
well
buy
just
individual games or your Game
Yeah.
Pass.
at that point, you might as well just go be a publisher, which I think,
Mhm.
honestly, when I look at everything the way it is, and I said this before during the Activision merger and everything like that, I personally think Xbox's next step is basically partially the way of Sega. They're just going to have cloud gaming. They're not going to do consoles anymore. They're going to be just releasing their stuff on wherever. Because
I want to hear, I want to get everybody's agree or disagree, but I feel like to sum up this episode, the cloud-based gaming has been destroying the gaming industry.
Disagree.
I have no problem with cloud-based gaming for retired games or older games, nostalgic games. It does not need to be included for new games. That is messing with the business model that has worked for these businesses, not necessarily for the consumer, because we like the flexibility of being able to play across any console and not having to choose. But that's been hurting the industry ever since because the business model before worked better.
I disagree.
Okay.
So I used to be a very big collector for physical copies. I have actually stopped collecting physical entirely unless it's a game collection, like a collector's edition. For example, I'm going to be getting the Ghost of Yotei collector's edition, and it
Okay.
comes with a digital code. I covered Ghost of Yotei at IGN. We did guides for it. So it's one of those things of where when you're getting sent different games and when you are as not just a consumer but you work in the industry as well, I feel as if there comes a point of where you have to see where the market is going and you see where the trends are going and you see where technology is going, more importantly. And it's not that I want this to happen because I love physical games. I love what they bring to not only the preservation of what gaming is, they also bring kind of this joy of where, oh, let's trade games. Let's go back and forth in the community and what game do you have? Oh, do you have this? Let me give you this one to play. But the reality of it is that everything is going digital. Is that less safe for the game's integrity? Absolutely, because there's no way to be able to know when a company is going to take that game from your library or if your stuff gets hacked. Because my Steam was hacked actually a few years ago by someone who was harassing me, and I wasn't able to get it back for a full 2 weeks. So it's very dangerous to be able to see this kind of stuff. If they put their security measures into place and they do things to be able to make it safer for the player, then I feel like it'll be really beneficial. But there's no avoiding the fact that physical is going out the window
so
entirely unless you are getting a collector's edition.
let me put in there.
Did you make the point that they could put up security for outside external things, but what about internal? Like you said, they can take it out of your library at any point because they're only
Exactly.
selling licenses. You have no more ownership with digital
Exactly.
or
But you-
cloud-based gaming.
So I think we need to differentiate too. There's digital, where you're getting your copies digitally, right?
Mhm.
And cloud gaming, where I think for me, I kind of agree with Theo, is that cloud gaming is ruining gaming by them putting in cloud architecture into some of these games, is because cloud is an expensive model, period. Because for what I do in IT, I happen to know what some of the budgets are for some of my application teams that I help support in my job. And they're looking at millions of dollars just to run their application in a cloud environment for a year. We're talking millions.
But
So
those millions are hitting like hundreds of thousands of users. So per user, the cost is down.
So no, it is in our sense, it was much cheaper to run their stuff in an on-prem server versus cloud. Much by exponential numbers. But when you look at it from a game that adds in cloud mechanics that require it to be reaching into the cloud to procedurally generate things. Xbox was talking about, and some of the other companies are talking about using AI and cloud to generate random NPC encounters, dialogues, stuff like that.
Oh wow.
To have all of that stuff in a cloud environment is going to cost a ton of money. Who's got to pay for it? Ultimately, the consumer is in the form of price increases. So you have to pay for the cloud side somehow, some way in your business model. And I think that being a component of it is what's going to end up ruining gaming. Now, to your point though, digital is where everything is going. You look at Apple, Apple Movies, you look at,
Both me
you
and
know,
Jerry agree.
Yeah.
you look at
Sadly,
ebooks. Like
I
for
can't
me
stand
is
that books are going digital. It's
I
just a
am
pet peeve of mine.
so
Even
you'll-
even more further
going-
audio too. It's
I'm
getting
going-
heavy in audio.
I'm going backwards on that, Ariel, and I'm actually starting to pick up books, like physical copies of the books I love to read, because
Same.
case in point, with depending on where you're at and parts of the country where books are being banned, they could go in your account and go, "Hey, you live in this state, this book is banned." Boom, it's out of your digital library now.
Yep.
Whereas a physical copy, you have that. So I
Well,
think
that's why I
digital
collect
is where it's
physical
going.
books more so than
Yeah.
I do games, because games, it's a weird mindset that I have of where like, oh, I know the game is always going to be here, but the book isn't always going to be there depending on the political climate that we are in.
Correct. And I think digital is where it's going, and to store the games digitally, all you need is like a server, store a bunch of copies on it. And what we've all talked about this from before, yes, even though you're buying a physical copy, it's still a license key.
that's the
Read the
middleman,
terms and conditions.
honestly.
It doesn't matter
That's
where,
it.
if it's digital or physical, it's still a license key. And at any point in time, they could update your hardware to say, don't accept the license from this particular software or whatever, and turn it off for you. I, it's a weird thing the way technology as a whole is accelerating in some of these fields like AI and cloud. You've got to pay for it somehow. Companies want to make money. Who's ultimately going to pay the price? You're going to see price increases across the board. I think it's rather entertaining that out of all the companies, you look at PlayStation has sat back and they raised the price of the PS5 because ultimately they didn't want to pay the price of the tariffs anymore and had to pass it along. That's economics 101. Go back and watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Great scene with Ben Stein talking about, tariffs and stuff. But ultimately, like, I think PlayStation will end up raising their prices probably at some point or they're going to use Xbox as an example. If you don't see a huge dip in the subscriber numbers, if Xbox ever actually releases them, then I think PlayStation may go, "Hey, let's raise this a couple of bucks, see what we can get away with." Because to Ariel's point, it's all about the money.
But a couple bucks versus 50% increase is quite a different story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jason,
Oh,
what
yeah.
about you? Do you agree or disagree?
Dude, yeah. I mean, it is a sad truth that yeah, we are going digital. I personally, yeah, I don't like the cloud. It's getting
'Cause I
people are
feel like
getting too dependent on it, I should say. But I do agree that yeah, the digital does cut out one more person that's taking from the pot. You don't have to go to the game stores. You can just buy it straight from.
Kind of
So
sucks because that's a whole experience of
it is,
consuming
it is,
games.
it is. I
you
mean,
know?
me and Jerry, we made so many friends just from like
Just like Blockbuster.
and
blockbusters. Yeah, the fall
great
blockbuster,
interactions,
the
great
fall
amazing
of-
interactions from our customers. Like I'll never forget, we had a regular that was deaf, and that
Yeah.
always, like, we were always ready with a pen and paper because we didn't know sign language, but he was
He would come
very
in,
nice,
and we would
and
just
yeah, we would work with him and find, like, what would you need, and every time he left happy, and like that's why he
Like,
kept
I can
coming back.
remember-
Like, he was such a cool dude.
I can remember watching kids at my store start high school and then watching them come in and they're going to be doing their senior pictures or graduating. Like, I can remember things like that. And it's like,
You
we
take
don't
that away
have
though.
that anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's
Nobody knows what that feeling is anymore.
we're
A
eventually. I
midnight
hate to say this.
relaunch.
Eventually, sooner or later, we're gonna get to the Oasis, and that's the way things are gonna be. Everyone's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
just live in a digital world online,
Like
and
it's
there
going
will
to be
be
a
no.
mix of the Oasis and Wally.
Yeah, I was about to say the
Oh,
thing
yeah,
of
yeah.
I
The
used to
world
work at
around
a
us will be Wally.
Yeah, I used to
Cheers.
work at a record store in New Jersey, and it was
Yeah.
the same thing of where like so many people would come in looking for Frank Sinatra or looking for, the Beatles or
Mhm.
anything like that, and we would be blasting the AC/DC or Janis Joplin in the background, and my dad would come in to visit me at work, and he would be like, "Man, I didn't think they still had these around." So it's kind of the same thing, if you look at,
Yeah.
the same concept from the 50s and 60s of where you had the records going. Now it's just more of a collectible. That's exactly how physical games are going to be. You're going to have stores that are just going to be only for physical games as collectibles. I think the best case scenario is that you're going to have these things like the red box. You're going to have them for games as well as digital copies
We
where you
did have
just
that.
yeah, where you could hook up your
Gamefly.
phone, scan a QR code, and your
Yeah.
game goes straight to your console. So I can picture
Yeah.
that happening too.
The digital is
So
for sure going to be the next wave, and like we've
Yeah.
all been
I
saying, we're waiting for the time when it actually fully happens.
fully
It's
does
slowly
the
making its
turn,
way.
yeah. But I
It's
guess well, I would agree as well. But I guess in the general consensus of what everyone's saying is that we agree of where the direction's going. We just don't like where it's going.
Yeah.
For the
Even
I
most
think it's
part.
I
you
think
know
it's
what?
hard. I think it's hard for us to just cope, just because like we're so used to having that, like that ability to choose. Now
Yeah.
it's slowly day by day being like, okay, you're no longer able to choose. You're
Yeah.
figuring out now like how you
That's
want to
why
grab
it's
it.
Mhm.
that's why it's even
And
it's so weird. Like now, it's tougher for me to trade in games because I'm even thinking
Oh
like
yeah.
I'm
yeah,
eventually going to go back to this if I have time. Like now, yeah,
And
Ariel, like you
I
said, they're more of a collectible now because
yeah. I
my
mean, now we
booklet of
have
Yeah.
games, my cases, like I have them all, but like even some of my older games, like I might want to, spend
well,
an hour or two like going
Yeah.
back to this
There are
or
always going to be
playing this again.
collectibles. I mean, we see at Comic
Yeah.
Cons like freaking
Actually.
Super Mario
yeah.
Nintendo PC
Yeah.
10 was
Those
going for
getting
like 3
graded, yeah.
grand.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean those things are just collect, but at the same time too, now we're starting to see collector's editions without the game. That's how it
correct.
become because
Ugh,
now we
yeah,
have to
which
get them
hurt.
digitally, and then you're
Borderlands.
like, oh, okay, you
Mhm.
have a
Yote?
no
Yeah.
game collector's
Ooh,
edition. You're
what
like,
is
wait, this
what
doesn't
does
make
Ariel
sense.
have?
Yeah.
She's about
Because the
to.
thing is that like
He's hiding
I
it.
still have the first games I ever played, and you're seeing these sold for hundreds of dollars now.
Oh
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's like 2003,
Look
best
at
time for
that.
gaming. So it's
I
like
saw
I
a video
still
joking
GameCube
around
too.
about that,
GameCube,
about
man.
yeah.
like Wind
That's
Like
Waker.
there was a
You
awesome.
know,
slot for the memory card, my guy.
I miss GameCube.
Memory
I
card.
really do.
Hey, so wait, let me so memory cards back then were the
Yeah.
only way that you had to insert into the console, and
Yeah.
that's how you saved your game.
Yes.
A
yeah,
physical
you
memory
had
card.
Xbox hasn't gotten
Hold
away
on.
from that. What are you talking about? They still have their
OG
memory
OG
card.
Animal Crossing took up an
Have they really?
entire
I thought it was
original
just the
memory
It's
card.
the
Yes.
expansion slot. I'm just
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay,
it's the
yeah,
same thing.
yeah.
yeah, but
Because
yeah, I
I
mean,
even
like we've
remember
gone away.
when I was a kid, I would, play games with my parents because I was a loner and everything. But it was one of those fun points of where, like, during the day after homeschooling was finished and we were all relaxing, my dad would come in and he would be like, "So do you want me to sit with you while you play games for a little bit?" And it's some of the core memories that I will have because my dad's the one who introduced me to Resident Evil. He's the one who introduced me to gaming point blank, period. And he's like,
No.
he's Moroccan and he's Middle Eastern and he's like, I don't know what this means, but I absolutely love it if you love it. And
Oh,
I'm just
that's
like, he's
So
80,
Ariel, you
82
bring that
now and he
up.
still plays games with me.
Wow.
Oh, so, yeah.
Awesome.
True gamer, baby. That's awesome.
Let's go. Listen, that probably costs
Oh,
an arm and
yeah.
a leg, but it's worth it,
This
okay?
is no, this is the one they brought out for the Switch 2.
Yeah,
In the OG
Yeah.
purple,
So-
it is like a Wavebird almost design.
I love it.
So talk about collectibles, right? I know I'll eventually get a Switch too. That's
I
just
still want to
Same.
get this. I
Well, I
still
haven't
want to get the
gotten it yet,
64.
I
Yeah.
I wanted to get this controller
That is
because
dope.
Awesome.
I was like, because for a while there you couldn't get the Super Nintendo controllers. Then you couldn't get a hold of the N64 controllers. So I was like, this became available. I was like, I know I don't have the Switch 2 yet. It's going to be a while, but I want this for when I get it.
I
And man,
remember those controllers back
it
in the
feels
day. Oh.
so like home.
You know what
For
also
me,
is
it's
really
the
interesting?
64. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's okay. You know what's really interesting also is that what plays a part in a lot of our purchasing decisions as a whole, I feel like a large group of the millennials is nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing too of where like we grew up in such a chaotic, I mean, like I'm gonna be 33 this month. And I know a lot of
feel
you
so
guys
old.
we're all roughly around the same age. So it's one of those moments of where
Um,
like we
I'll
saw
be I'll be 47 in February. So
Yeah,
I mean, 47
Dad's
is the
over
new
there.
35. So,
apparently, no.
so,
Um,
but the thing is that like we witnessed the trade towers come down. We witnessed
correct.
Katrina. We witnessed Columbine. We witnessed so many different things that
I work.
psychologically were,
We know what it's
I
like to have
witnessed.
one computer to a household.
yeah. I mean, like
I
you
remember
could,
Challenger. I remember when AOL first became a thing.
Oh man,
yeah,
Messenger.
Right.
Oh,
And
MySpace,
dial up.
Facebook,
MySpace, yeah.
And the thing is that I think we
Where we
rely
all learned
on a
how to
lot
code.
of, I think the reason why so much of the debate on cloud and Xbox and so much of this is important is because it's like we didn't have much control over the circumstances of our growing up, of how the world
Yep.
was constructed around us. So now we have control over the money we make, how, people raise their children. Everything is now coming to a point of where like, okay, we got this. We're 30, we're 40, we got this into control. And what happens? The things that we used to love start to be taken away from us because corporate likes to be corporate. And I think that's the most disappointing part is nostalgia is the safety net that we rely on a lot of the time because we for the most part, I can't speak for everyone here, but chaotic upbringings were a thing in the 90s.
Yep.
So I mean, like for me, I know it can, this is a bit
Collecting is a
personal.
comfort.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing too. I can only speak for
I was a
myself, but
latchkey
like
kid.
I
Hey,
never left home kid
we
because I was
drink
always sick.
we drank water out of a hose. Just
Oh
saying.
yeah. Oh yeah. And I
You
mean
know.
like I can't speak for everyone here, but I know for like a tiny personal story is that I was always sick growing up. I have an overactive immune system, which means that my immune system is fighting against my body a lot of the time if I get sick. So when I was a kid, I was always in and out of hospitals, and the main thing that helped me was video games, playing Zelda and the Wind Waker, playing Resident Evil 1 and 0, like having my family there. And it's one of those moments of where like those games and reading the comics and reading the books that I did were that
Hmm.
comfort. So I feel like what culture is turning into now is kind of like a thing of where like they're almost say screw your nostalgia in a way, which is kind of weird to think about. So I don't know if I'm on point or that with that, but it's just how I'm perceiving the way it's going.
And to that point, instead of remaking a game that everybody wants to remake, let's go remake Last of Us again for the 100th time.
Okay, I actually bought the remake of that, so we can be
Oh no,
quiet for a
no,
moment.
So did I.
no, I
I
get
bought
that. But
both.
what I'm saying
I
is
bought
though,
both.
like
Yeah.
instead of other
Yeah.
games, like everybody's been wanting even just a remaster of Chrono Trigger.
Parasite Eve, sorry.
Parasite Eve, there's a ton, there's a
There's
list
so
out.
Back to
many.
Jackster.
Heck,
Yeah.
Jack
Legends
Jackson,
of Dragoon.
Legends of Dragoon.
Legends of
right?
Dragoon, yo.
Yeah.
But-
even like even
Vagrant
the
Story.
Bloodborne fan.
That was
Oh my God, Pokemon Red, Yellow, and all the colors, please.
Yes,
Oh, God.
but they decided, hey, let's just go with another remake of Last
imagine
of Us.
that.
No,
Or Horizon.
no, are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Dope.
We're having the fourth iteration of Until Dawn, sir. We're gonna have the fifth iteration of Until Dawn.
Oh,
I mean,
you know what they
There's
should
going to
do?
be
I
a
did-
dawn at some point in time.
But
there's
it
gonna
hasn't
be a
come yet
dawn
because
at
it's
some
only
point
4 o'clock in the morning.
You know, like
You
know
it's
what they
just
should-
going to be called Dawn. Like
You know,
that's how many iterations it's going to be, sir. Like
I am such
we have
a
a
good
we
idea.
have
still
a,
need
we
a-
have a
we
movie.
still need a
no,
Before
we have
Dawn.
a TV show,
Before
a TV
Dawn.
show,
Oh, shit.
a movie. What is it? Both?
oh my God.
Until
Wait,
Dawn. So we got they need to start a series. Until Dawn, then we got Before Dawn, Dawn, and
then
After Dawn.
Dawn.
Yeah,
than
I
just
mean, like,
After
Twilight.
Dawn. Oh
Dark.
god.
Like,
That's how
Oh.
you lead
Dark-
into
Dark-
Twilight.
Now,
Oh my
now
God.
where are they pivoting?
Bella,
If we
I
do
love you,
that-
but I also
just
don't
give
love
me-
you. I hate you,
If they
but I
do
can't
that,
stand
just
you.
give me Blade hunting them, because that's been
Oh
all
my
over my
god, those
TikTok
have been the
lately.
greatest videos that have been coming up on my feed. Those have been hilarious.
And I keep sharing with you guys, like,
Oh my
they're
God.
playing the Blade music from
Oh,
the
that's
beginning of the
you.
movie.
They've
That's me
officially
sending
been
them to our
started- yeah.
group.
They've
Well, that's
officially
what's
been
happening, though.
started.
Like,
They've officially been coming
are-
on my feed
Yeah.
naturally. Oh, they're
Yeah.
they're
They are
little treats
honestly-
every day.
They're
It's like,
honestly
Bella, I
like
love you. I can't
piggybacking.
stand you, but I also love you.
They're piggybacking on the wrong things, like constantly.
Correct.
I mean, there needs to be an uproar, just like the whole Sonic uproar. You know,
Oh my god.
it just needs to happen from the gamers where it's like, you know what, like we need to see something happen, change. We need to see some change. We need to see something happen. Like it's the only way they're gonna see it. Like maybe this price increase that Microsoft's having, it might be the blessing in disguise where everybody literally just stops the subscription, or they all bump down
Because
to.
I mean, really,
Just
where
vote with your wallet.
I mean, to be quite honest, where does the power lie? Really, it's with the consumer.
It's the power of the
But
purse.
So
if they just,
so I mean,
yeah, if they
that's
just
that's what
banned
it might be, where everyone says, you know what, $30, nah,
No.
we'll go. Everybody's dropped down
Boycott.
to
So,
10.
I just
Or
want to
make a
say,
statement,
like,
what's the point of this? You
I
know?
just looked at
And
the time on what
Oh yeah, we're way over. It's okay.
we have, as usual, with Ariel on the podcast, much like when we have Tony on, we go way over.
Ariel's too much of a distraction. We can't look at the clock. Come on.
Like,
I also
it
think
is-
that, honestly, they should just put the Pokemon games on PC and be done with it. That'll get people to buy everything.
I mean,
Like just
there's
just
too
put,
many emulators out there that already do that.
But also, if Nintendo did
If
it,
they
that
were
would be the
officially
biggest
licensed,
fucking
though.
flex ever.
Yes, it would.
yeah. So
Yes, it would.
with that,
That'd
though,
be dope.
you know what? I want to hear everybody's comments. So for anybody that's watching this, when we get it loaded up and stuff, drop your comments. We want.
Let us know.
Honestly, I would really like to see people's comments on how they feel about the price changes, where Xbox is heading. Is this still like them still trying to recover from Xbox One and whatnot? But it is always great to have Ariel on. She is
Thank you.
one of those ones that, has a open invite, even though I had a reminder of that.
Yeah.
Whenever, she wants to come on. But if this is first time checking this out,
Next
thank you.
Xbox price hike, they'll be on.
Oh, that'll be
So,
next week.
next week.
Anyway,
next
so
month, turn of the
for those that crashed game night and just watched us and hung out with us on Twitch, thank you. If this was your first time, drop us a follow. Head on over to crashinggamenight.com. Drop us a follow there on the platform of your choice. Also, you go head on over to the contributors and guest page. Head on over to the tab that there. Scroll on down to Ariel. She has her own profile on there with all of her episodes linked. They are always great episodes, great insight and everything. Also, check out our work on IGN. Gonna plug you there.
Thank you.
But with that though, just with everything going on right now in the world, please just be excellent to each other.
That's right, everyone. All you nerds out there. Once again, Ariel, thank you so much for joining us. And you are a gem. You are always invited. It's always a treat because you always bring a great, fresh perspective. And of course, you are within the industry. So it's always great getting your insight. So thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
That's
of
so
course.
sweet.
Once again, everyone, we want to send out that same message. You, be yourself. And also, we want, it's crazy out there and we want to all just try to do and be better. If you see an opportunity to help or lend a hand, try. And let's just try to just do better because it's just crazy out there and we need to practice a little bit more patience and a little bit more kindness on all fronts. Me as well. It is a constant effort, but we need to continue trying. At least try. And also be safe out there. To J Rock, J Bone, to you, baby.
Yeah. first and foremost, Jerry, thanks for coming by, dropping my Magic deck off. You know, it was,
Love you. Thank you.
I'm
Thank you
glad
for
you
letting me
enjoyed it. I'm
practice.
glad your
Can
friends.
you feel the love?
Oh.
Even if they aren't sleeved.
All of Jerry's friends hate me, but it's okay. They've never met me, but they hate me already. But that's
Which
for
is so
another time.
sad because I know they would love you, but
Yeah.
purely on your practice of cards.
It's another
They think
thing.
you are a
We've gone over it.
That's
But
another
anyways,
story. We'll
He
bring that up.
doesn't have the advocate sleeved.
He doesn't have the whole deck
Uh,
sleeved.
Oh no.
anyways, it is October, you know, is breast cancer awareness month. So, you know, guys, just please, you know, I have a few people that I know that have gone through full breast cancer, everything, gone through it, recovered from it, you know, they're on the other side, which is, you know, I applaud them all the time. And just reach out to them, you know, they're fighting a good fight. They're fighting a long fight. It's also the time when we have a lot more Halloween decorations out. So if you're spooked easily, you know, like myself, just be careful. Be careful out there. You know, people gonna be crazier
Find
than
that
normal
very hard to believe.
next
that
few
he's
weeks.
spooked. And that very
You
hard
know,
to believe.
so enjoy like those little fright fests that you guys have around or whatever. You know, the little haunted hay rides, whatever they may be. Enjoy those. They're going to be this month, all leading up to Halloween. So, you know, we're starting the quote unquote service industry holiday season now. So please, as I say, be awesome to them because it is going to be a rough time for a lot of them, retail and service industry. So take care of them the most, please. Anyways, my man, Theowalski, it has been feels like a while since I've been able to do it.
Only missed one.
Yeah, but I mean, every time you miss
But
one,
it feels like forever.
it feels like
Been a
forever.
long day. It's like, it's like, just
My
breaking
man,
into song.
Theowalski, send us out like you do.
Well, Ariel, thank you again for coming on. For our viewers out there, if you catch the VOD, make sure you make some good comments on Ariel's, again, new setup. She has a new setup every time that she is.
Very cool.
I have
Very
to,
true,
you know,
very true.
it's like you have to
I'm
totally
loving
be
it.
one with the
It-
industry.
Feel like you're always learning something new every time that you change your setup. So I
I-
appreciate it.
Yes, I am
does give
learning
me
how to
some
place the
ideas too, because I
LEDs.
need to redo my setup, but I also need to finish my basement first. But anyways, to all you out there, thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Till next time, TTFN. That's for now.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
That was so much fun.